Welcome back to Now You Know, a playground for the body, mind, and soul. In the annals of human history, few events have shaped the course of the world as profoundly as the Second World War. Spanning 6 tumultuous years from 1939 to 1945, this global conflict engulfed nations, reshaped alliances, and unleashed unprecedented devastation on a scale never before seen. The seeds of the conflict were sown in the aftermath of the First World War, as the Treaty of Versailles imposed harsh penalties on Germany and left a legacy of resentment and instability. In the years that followed, totalitarian regimes rose to power in Europe and Asia, driven by militarism, nationalism, and a desire to expand their influence at any cost. This war began on September 1, 1939, when Nazi Germany, under the leadership of Adolf Hitler, invaded Poland. This aggressive move prompted Britain and France to declare war on Germany, marking the beginning of a conflict that would engulf the entire world. The war quickly escalated as other nations became involved, including the Axis powers led by Germany, Italy, and Japan, and the Allied powers consisting primarily of Britain, the Soviet Union, and the United States. Casualties numbered in the tens of millions, with civilians and soldiers alike bearing the brunt of the conflict. In the vast theater of the Second World War, the skies became a battleground of unparalleled significance. The quest for air superiority would prove decisive in shaping the outcome of the conflict. The war saw rapid advancements in aviation technology, with the introduction of iconic aircraft such as the British Spitfire, the American P-51 Mustang, and the German Messerschmitt Bf 109. The bombing campaigns exacted a heavy toll on both sides, with civilian populations suffering devastating losses. Cities lay in ruins, and the human cost of war was felt acutely by those caught in the crossfire. Naval aviation also played a pivotal role in the conflict, as aircraft carriers became mobile bases for launching attacks against enemy ships and installations. Some key dates in the war include December 7, 1941, when the Imperial Japanese Navy launched a devastating attack on the United States Pacific Fleet stationed at Pearl Harbor, propelling the United States into World War II. June 1942, when the Battle of Midway was fought in the Pacific, marking a turning point in the naval war, as American forces dealt a decisive blow to the Japanese fleet. Also June 6, 1944, marked a major event when Allied forces launched the D-Day invasion, a turning point that turned the war in favor of the Allies' forces, starting the beginning of the end of the Nazi Germany forces. As the war progressed, the tide began to turn in favor of the Allies, with victories in Europe and the Pacific gradually pushing back the Axis powers. The war officially came to an end on September 2, 1945, following the surrender of Japan after the devastating atomic bombings of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. In the aftermath of the war, Germany and Japan faced severe penalties for their aggression. Germany was divided into East and West, with the Berlin Wall symbolizing the division between East and West Germany during the Cold War. Japan, meanwhile, was occupied by Allied forces and underwent significant political and social reforms. The Second World War also led to profound changes in the geopolitical landscape, with the emergence of the United Nations and the beginning of the Cold War between the United States and the Soviet Union. In the aftermath of the Second World War, the world had been forever altered, setting the stage for the complexities and conflicts of the modern era. As we journey through the history of the Second World War, we must always remember the sacrifices of those who fought and died in the name of freedom and justice. Their legacy reminds us of the importance of vigilance against tyranny, and the enduring struggle of humanity for lasting peace in a world scarred by conflict. Thanks for watching. Bye for now and take good care. And now, you know.